gonna try to make this one quick. Also, I bit my tongue, so I might sound a bit weird. I might mispronounce a lot of words today. But today I want to talk about the crazy things I've seen. Practically I've been across the country. Just want to talk about the crazy things I've seen across the country. We're gonna start off with our first state, New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Holy shit, is that place a clusterfuck? Okay, it's like, I don't know what it's like, but it's horrible. The thing I saw there was, it was 7:30 a.m. in the morning. All right, we were crossing through Albuquerque, New Mexico. The sun isn't even over the horizon yet. There's a 24-hour McDonald's. I'm gonna get myself an egg McMuffin, enjoy myself. Maybe one of their shitty little orange juices, how you ask for a large and they give you a small all the time. I hate it when they do that. So I go to get one and I pull in. I get my little egg McMuffin. I pull out. I wanted to stop in the parking lot and eat it there. And you're not gonna believe who the fuck is in the middle of this empty McDonald's parking lot. She looked fairly young. She was probably in her 20s, but she looked like she was 60. One of her titties were hanging out of her tank top. Mind you, it was March around this time, so it's just, the mornings were still very, very cold in New Mexico. She's out there and she's breakdancing in the middle of the parking lot. Pretty sure she was a drug addict, but she's out there breakdancing in the middle of the parking lot at 7:38 in the morning. The sun isn't even fully over the horizon yet, and she's out there pulling a fucking Napoleon Dynamite just in the middle of the parking lot. I quickly got out of that parking spot and just went back. You know what? I'll eat the McMuffin while I'm driving. Second state was Arizona. Now, Arizona, I didn't see no strung out druggie pulling a Napoleon Dynamite in a McDonald's parking lot. But what I did see is that I was driving down the highway. I think it's I-10 highway, I-5, I don't know their highways. But I was driving down it, and down the highway, up pulls next to me is the 2000, maybe like 6 or 7 Buick Les Sabri, whatever the hell it is. It was Buick's knockoff version of the Lincoln sedan, and it pulls up next to me. Obviously, we're going down the highway. I think the speed limit's like, what, 65 miles an hour? Something like that. Maybe 70. We're driving, going pretty fast. I see this fucking Buick pull up next to me. We're driving, obviously. It comes up next to me. The only way it was able to get up next to me is because it was missing a door. It was missing the back door, right? One of the windows was smashed out because he had just cut a Walmart bag in half and just stretched it out over the smashed window. It was on the passenger side, right? His bumper is dragging across the highway floor. Not only that, but he gets a little bit more ahead of me because since he has less weight on his car, he could go faster. And there's no trunk cover. The trunk cover is completely gone. How doesn't your state have vehicle inspections, and how the hell did it pass? Right. The shit you would see in Arizona is more crazy than what you will see in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think it was in Tucson before. Yeah, I think it was in Tucson, or maybe it was out of Tucson. I don't know. It was probably before I got into Tucson or when I was in Tucson. Last and final state, I'm going to have to break this up into multiple parts, but last and final state is a little bit more on the East Coast. It's Louisiana, and what I saw in Louisiana was a psychopath. I was in New Orleans, and there was this crazy person on the bus, obviously drugs, always, you could tell. He was on the bus, he had a cup, just a normal styrofoam cup, like everybody who drinks lean and does drugs do. He had a styrofoam cup, right? And he's sitting on the sidewalk, but he doesn't fully sit. He kind of air squats and then goes back up, lifts his cup up, and just yells, "Ah!" And then goes back down to the air squat and then gets back up and yells this thing again. I don't know what he was on. I mean, this one isn't as bad as the other ones, but that's literally all he was doing. I was sitting in a restaurant across the street from this. I was outdoor dining, and that's all I see. That's all I see and hear the entire time I'm trying to eat my burger that I got. All right. By the way, that burger too greasy. I forgot the name of the place, but it was really greasy. But yeah, that's all he was doing. Air squats up and down, raising a cup, and going. Ah! That's all he was doing. And yeah, but don't worry, he had the whole sidewalk to himself because nobody wanted to go near him. Everybody thought he was gonna stab him. But those are just some of the crazy things I've seen. There's more states coming up. Get ready. Guess what? California's the worst.